was another bit of news on the foreign policy aspect of this. Trump has pledged to an Israeli official that he'll release all holds on offensive weapons to Israel on the first day he enters office. How'd that anti-genocide vote work for you? Good.
I really look forward. I mean, it's going to be kind of a nice 4 years because we're not really going to have to hear from those people about any other conflict, right?
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if they stopped talking about Gaza here really quick. People will get upset with me for saying this, and I don't care. I'm going to say it. Russian bots pushed the hell out of that issue. I'm not saying it's not an issue. I'm not saying people didn't have a right to be upset, but the degree that they were able to sow division is identical to 2016. It's identical to the pandemic, right? You notice right now the left is just kind of like disconnected.
You also
Part of
notice they're
that,
quite quiet on this issue.
right? And part of this is because people are not being driven to pay attention, right? You're just inundated over and over. It's like ads. You get something over and over and over and over again, you pay attention to it. You know, I didn't know about a shake weight until I saw a commercial for it 500 times. I never think about one, right? And that, but that's the thing is that you watch as Russian bots promote this information, as they push this agenda, and we saw it through 2024, we saw it through 2023, right? Russian bots have an agenda. I mean, how many times did you hear, I can't afford anything being pushed, you know?
Mm-hmm.
How loud and bombastic Republicans are. And where are Republicans at right now? Some of them are still celebrating. Most of them are infighting. Most of them are infighting. And a lot of this is because Russian bots are trying to now sow division in them so that they can get appointments that benefit them. That's what you're going to watch. You're going to watch as they direct efforts. I don't really care who is upset with me saying that. The fact is, if you considered and contemplating not voting for Biden in that election, right? In large part, it was pushed by Russian disinformation. And I should say that in 2016, Russian disinformation almost pushed me not to vote for Hillary. So I'm not absolved from this, right? It's to keep perspective. Everybody here feels some degree of like, oh, this is bad. But we also feel a little bit of relief right now because we're not being inundated with Russian bots everywhere. That agenda, right? Republicans really don't have a. You notice how Republicans have a response, a gaslight to everything, and none of them have a response to the tariffs? None of them have a response to the tariffs because there hasn't been a narrative created that's being pushed. We will not. It's crazy to me, though, that we're not going to hear from the people that cost this election. They will not talk about other conflicts. I don't expect them to talk about the Middle East at all. I don't expect them to talk about Gaza nearly as much. I don't expect them to talk about what's going to happen in Iran. That'll be me.
Been awfully
That'll be
quiet
where.
lately.
Right. And you know, I have talked a lot of crap about Destiny and his takes on things. Someone in here said it the other night, though. Like, in spite of all of his faults and all of his flaws and the things I vehemently disagree with him, he went to bat for Kamala on a daily basis, which is not something that I watched a lot of leftists do. Right? We were in here in the trenches. He was over there in the trenches. I disagree with him on a lot. Some of his takes are awful, but you can't take that away from him. And I'm watching a lot of creators go like, I watched a guy. This is true. LOL overruled, right? Hassan reviewed one of my videos about it. What's LOL overruled doing right now? He blocked me on both accounts, by the way. But what's he doing right now? He's upset about the election. You told everybody not to vote for Biden over Gaza. What are you upset about? You got what you wanted.
Uh.
I it's so crazy to me. It's so crazy the absolutism that takes place on the left, you know?
Yep.
It is really crazy the absolutism. I don't agree with their policies anyways, but I have one person that I disagree with on about 5 policies and another person that I disagree on about 500,000. Really got to take your chances there, you know? It's like you're
Yeah.
stranded in the desert, right? 2 cars roll up. One dude has blood dripping out of it, knife in his hand, smiling like a crazed person, and the other person is, I don't know, playing like Miley Cyrus and super peppy. Okay, I'm going to take that person. Maybe they're a serial killer, but the other person definitely is. That's my thoughts on that.
There was an uncommitted delegate on CNN yesterday pleading to the Biden administration to do something to rein in on Netanyahu before Mike Huckabee commits an ethnic cleansing initiative. And wouldn't say it's too little too late, but I mean, you had that opportunity to avert all of these outcomes right now. Mike Huckabee wouldn't even be a fucking consideration if Harris had won, and here we are.
Yeah, I'm gonna be super real. It's over. Gaza's gone.
Yeah.
Gaza's gone. I don't know what else to tell you. It's over. That's it. You're not gonna listen this time. So, I don't know if Egypt is planning on taking refugees or what. I know that they don't want to, but there's about 2 million people that are about to be fleeing, and if they can even get out.